Alright, so I don't know if you guys have a Dodge out there or not, but have you ever gone out to your vehicle and the headlights just have issues? Like one of them just won't turn on or just shuts off altogether? Well, that's the same problem I'm having with my truck. My right headlight, the low beam, will not turn on, and it's out. No matter what light bulb I put in there, whether it's a halogen, LED, HID, it doesn't matter. It does not turn on. The high beam part of it does work. The low beam does not. Let me explain why. Hang on, let me pop the hood. Alright, so what I've recently figured out is it's not a wiring problem, it's a module problem. Okay, so what I did is back behind here, the actual headlight itself, I know you guys probably can't see, it's probably dark back here, but there's these wires. There's 3 of them that connect to the actual headlight. The middle one is the middle black one is ground. On this side, which would be the right side, it's going to be a white wire with a brown tracer, and then the other one is a different color. But that's what we're after, is the white wire with a brown tracer. All right. So what I did was I took my probe and I punctured into each part of the wire about a foot apart from each other. Let's see. I tried it here. You probably can't see it, but you might be able to. It's right there where I'm pointing at the arrow. But I checked here. I checked over here. I checked this entire circuit, and it brought me back to this module. This one right here. This is called the TIPM, TIPM, or Totally Integrated Power Module. All right. So that's what this thing is. So I rolled this thing forward, and it brought me to this mess. All right, so if you're working on your headlights, it's going to be section D, all right, or the black one. And what I'll do is unplug it, speed right through this. These top 4 white wires, all of these are very important. Each one of them corresponds with a different side. You'll see with the arrows, I'm going to try to point. The white wire with the blue tracer, that's going to be the low beam for the driver's side. The white wire with the brown tracer, the one with the little hole in it that you see here, I put with the arrow, pink. That is a low beam for the passenger side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a small piece of wire and I'm going to bridge from this wire over to the white wire with the blue tracer, right there. I'm going to bridge these so that this module here will actually put power to both headlights. What has happened is I tested all the way up here to this module. Let me get my tester out of the back of the truck. Give me a second. All right, got you guys on my head. Now this is the tester I have. It goes to the negative terminal and the positive. If I touch them both, ka-tink, light turns on. All right, so that means that the circuit is complete. All right, so what I would do if it was the white wire with the brown tracer, which is this one right here, there's a little hole that I already put into it. If I push my probe into there,
hey, that's what she said,
and touch that wire like that, I know it's in there, but there's nothing. I got nothing. So let's go ahead and unplug that. Come on. All right, headlights out, duh. All right, so let's look at our wires, right? The 2 low beams are what I'm after. So it's going to be the white wire with the blue tracer, and then the white wire with the brown tracer. All right, so we're going to look at, if you were to turn it sideways, it's the left side, the second one down, and that's going to be the low beam. So this light should light up right now. It's a little difficult to do, but yeah, I got it. All right, cool. And then the second one from the bottom on the left side. So 1, 2. I touch it, there's nothing there. I got nothing. So what's happening is I got a problem with my module, guys. Inside this module, you've got 2 drivers, right? You got the one for the left side and one for the right side. Well, it looks like my driver for the right side doesn't want to drive anymore. He's tired. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a small short piece of wire about mid long, and I'm going to jump it from this side to that side so I can take power from one driver and complete the circuit so I have 2 headlights. Voila. So let me show you what you will need to complete this job. Okay, to complete this job you're going to need wire stripping tool, pliers or dikes. This is 2. Crimp down on the quick connects, which would be these, or T-taps, and some 16 gauge auto wire. And most importantly, some Jesus, and pray that this works.
Woo! 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 Ow!
What I've gone and done is I've already gotten all the stuff basically that I'm going to use. I'm not going to, show you guys opening up the brand new package and all that stuff, which I'm pretty sure that would have been appealing, not to me. Alright, so first thing is we're going to split the end like so. Alright, I'm going to do it on both sides here. This is different compared to the actual wire on the truck. That's different. I'm going to keep this alone. Alright, so let me explain something. The way these work is, I don't know if you guys ever messed with these before, but inside here on one side you see right there, yeah, okay, both of these channels are wide open. However, one of them dead ends while the other one goes all the way through. Flip it to the other side, you can see where it dead ends right there on this side, and that one goes all the way through. The one that goes all the way through is the wire that's on the truck. The one that dead ends is the wire that you're making a connection with, like this. Okay? And right in the middle, this is a blade. That blade has notches in it that whenever you crimp down on it, it slices around that wire like this, and it creates a guaranteed connection. Now, an easy way to kind of cheat on this, which I found is fairly simple and easy, is you grab whatever wire you're about to work on. All right, this is gonna be kind of difficult because it's a big tool in this tight space.
That's what she said.
You don't want to strip it entirely. You just want to pull some pressure on it real nice and easy. You just want to expose that wire or something. Just like that. That's it. A little bit goes a long ways. That's what I'm after, is that little bitty piece of wire that's exposed. Alright, now whenever you go to put this T-tap in here, you want to try your best to line that blade up with, I don't know if you can see, you want to line that blade up with the exposed wire when it's inside of the T-tap. If that makes any sense to you guys. If not, watch and pay attention. Alright, so first you put the T-tap on a main wire like this. You can open it up a little bit, it's okay. I'm only going to show you this on the one side. I'm going to do the other side off camera. So you just stick this here. Kind of difficult to do in tight spaces. Come on, Scott. Give it a fucking stop, Mom. Alright, so this wire is now in this channel, but you want to get this your bridge over into the other side. So you come in from the back, slide it all the way in here, and you'll feel it dead end, or bottom out, and that's good. So all you gotta do now is just line these up, squeeze down on it to hold it in place, and that's where your pliers would come into play. But unfortunately my pliers are way over there. Alright, so let's make sure it's all in the right spot. Put this here, put the blade right over the exposed wire, which is right there, and then slowly crimp down on it, and away you go. Alright, easy way to test it is a quick little tug and see if it's going to move anywhere. If it doesn't, a light tug. Don't sit there and try to pull it out. Leave it alone. It's got a good connection. Lock it in place. You're good to go. Repeat the process for the other wire. So give me 1 second. Okay, so slight change in plans. Jumping it from this leg to this leg just didn't seem to work, and I am going to go against my own word, and I'm going to run a wire from the actual module all the way up toward around the front, and then connect it up here. The lights on the truck are not on, but let me show you that they're working. Okay, so clearly headlights are working, and this socket here should now have power. So you'll see the little light turn on. There it is. So now I'll have power for my low beams. Set that to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I accidentally cut that damn wire, and I didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. I can always depin it and repin it later. I'll tinker with it. But I'm going to go ahead and put a butt connector on this one, run the wire along the frame, and then up inside here to the driver that's actually supplying power. I'm going to remove this T-tap, and then I will have headlights again. So I'll get right back to you as soon as I finish that. Alright, as you can see, the red wire goes to the power for the low beam, and I ran it through the frame. That way it's not really visible from the front, but it runs all along inside here, through here, behind this wall, back behind this, and it now connects to my power, which I have low beams. So the first method kind of sort of doesn't work, but it does. I guess it would, but I guess in this feature it doesn't. Now you're probably wondering, if this wire here is exposed, how do I fix that? Simple fix, let me show you. Alright, here's a little trick that I picked up from another YouTuber, guy named Scanner Danner. Whew. Liquid electrical tape. This stuff saved my life, guys. So, if you guys ever have any issues, look up Scanner Danner YouTube channel. The guy's a legend. This stuff works so well. It's a little messy, but it gets the job done. I was able to seal up all of the other wires and stuff when I was making the wiring harness on this truck. So anyway, once that cures and dries, and I'm going to close this up, and then we are done. I got headlights. After it dries, go ahead, wrap up everything, stick it back in its notch where it's back in its home, where it's happy again. Shove this back in here, clip, voila, game over. Alright, so clean up your mess, everything's good, and we're going to close this video here, just like that. Alright, so what did we learn today? Well, clearly jumping the wire over because your TIPM's going bad, or the totally integrated power module. Apparently in my truck, mine is going bad, and it's slowly dying on me, so I need to replace it. In order to get a replacement, I looked online, they're about 250 bucks. If you want to get a brand new one, anywhere upwards to $800 to $1,000 for a new one.
This is redonkulous.
Absolutely redonkulous.
Capisce redonkulous? You know what that means?
But my ass is going to be going out to a junkyard somewhere and finding a cheap one. Oh, hey, let me show you the model number just in case you're curious. Alright, so if you want to know what model number your TIPM is, it's simple. You pop it open, roll it to the side, and look in the back. And you'll see where it says Daimler Chrysler, PN. And on this truck, it is P046921118. Now the two letters on the end, those are actually an indication of when it was manufactured. It's kind of like a December, the third week of December, or the second week of February. Who knows? But those two last letters don't matter. It's the numbers that matter. So in this case, it's going to be part number P046921118. 11846921118, and that is going to work universally with pretty much any engine that has that model number. So you are in the clear if you can find one with that same model number. They're interchangeable. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you guys happen to have this kind of problem with your TIPM or totally integrated power module, like I said, in this truck here, mine is dying, so I need to replace it. There really is no way to rebuild it or fix it, rewire it. You got to replace it. Anywhere from $250, like in a junkyard maybe, or a brand new one, which would be about $800 to $1,000. Yeah, my cheap ass is going to a junkyard. Hopefully, like I said, this video helps you guys. If it did, like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Huge shout out to my uncle for being my sponsor for the GoPro 9 that I'm using for the channel now to have better camera angles. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all take it easy. I love you. Goodbye.
This morning time I boost up 'cause I knew